You are listening to Some Kind of Radio Show on blogtalkradio.com, brought to you by the producers of Some Kind of Bowling Show on livestream.com. Call now, 347-539-5699. Now here's your host, the one, the only, the host with the most, the guy that thinks he knows all the answers, but doesn't, Earl McCune.
What's that guy talking about? I know all the answers. How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Earl McCune. I am hosting some kind of radio show here on blogtalkradio.com. Well, how's it going? December 19th, 2012, 5 p.m. Christmas is in the air. It's not really cold here in Northeast Ohio. I haven't even seen any snow. I'm getting kind of disappointed. I've been away for a couple years now and just getting back, and I've been really looking forward to holiday snow, but it's just not there. But anyway, got several topics I want to really try to hit on today. This is our first episode, so it's going to be a train wreck. I apologize in advance. This is my first time doing this. A good buddy of mine, I'm going to give him his plug right now. Kenny, who hosts Kenny's Super Talk Show here on Blog Talk Radio. I sent him a message just a little bit ago. I said, hey, I'm going to do a show. And he's like, when? I said, tonight. So it's just kind of really a spur of the moment. Thinking about doing it for a while, but I figured, you know what the hell? I'm off work. Let's do it. Why not? Anyway, let me get my monologue going here, and we'll start talking about some topics here. One thing we like to talk about here is, one thing I'm big on is bowling. I don't know if any of you watched the PBA this last Sunday. Bill O'Neill wins his fourth title in the PBA Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold Cheetah Championship. I'll tell you what, that was an interesting show, to say the least. Actually, one of my acquaintances, Chris Lowshetter of Avon, Ohio, made the show, and of course, he got knocked off. And then this other guy we get to watch here, Jeff Roche. I'm going to tell you what. I'm just going to say this about this guy's style. Wow. I'll tell you what. I'm going to give the man his credit, though. If he can make a show in that kind of environment, you know, the hat's off to the guy. But talk about not so much in natural ability. The arm swing there, I don't know if any of you have seen that, pretty bad, to say the least. But other topics, we like to also discuss one of my favorite topics is pro wrestling, Monday Night Raw, the return of Ric Flair to WWE. Wow, that was awesome. You know, that was fun. He got involved. Took a little bit of a beating, you know, but I'll tell you what, that was great. That was really a fun episode to sit here and watch Monday night. That was great. I loved it. It was the Slammy Awards. Lots of stuff going on storyline. And I tell you what, I used to be able to predict stuff, but I'll tell you what, it's starting to get unpredictable. Now it's getting fun to watch again. Of course, everything was going on with AJ Lee. You never know if she's coming or going. Can you say whack job? I mean, yeah, whack job. Also, other topic I want to talk about here, you know, of course, in the news, the sad events in Connecticut this last weekend. Wow, I mean, what more can you say? I mean, I think it's been all said to death about everything. You know, my heart goes out to the families of those victims, especially, I mean, I'm a parent myself of small children, and I couldn't imagine what they're going through right now. And here's another interesting thing. I found it just on Yahoo just right now. It turns out they weren't extinct after all. This is a big, giant whale who they thought died out about 2 million years ago. They're calling it a living fossil find. I'm just looking at the picture right now. It's called a pygmy right whale. It's a mysterious, elusive creature that rarely comes ashore. It's the last living relative of an ancient group of whales, long believed to be extinct. A new study suggests, actually. The findings published Tuesday in the Proceedings of the Royal Society B may be explain the enigmatic marine animals look that's so different from any other living whale. I find that kind of stuff absolutely fascinating. Lots of fun stuff. Also, I like to cover a little bit on space flight. This is courtesy of Spaceflight Now. An Ariane 5 rocket is upper stages firing right now, launching the Skynet 5D and MEXSAT Bicentennial satellite in orbit. Pretty interesting stuff there too. So lots of topics, lots of things to talk about. Also, we will be, if anybody decides to call, we'll take your calls. The telephone number, excuse me, to reach me is area code 347-539-5699. I'm going to take a quick break here, take a sip of my fruit drink here, and we'll be right back in 1 second. Call now if you like.
They're back! They are back again, looking at the original 7 episodes of Some Kind of Bowling Show. Join Earl, Debbie, and Mike on a look back. www.livestream.com/somekindofbowlingshow. All the fun, games, and laughs at your fingertips. Check it out now.
Gee, I wonder who came up with that ad. That ad actually is for my my video show that we have done. What that is, it's on livestream.com, called Some Kind of Bowling Show. It's a show we did just a few years back, and we just did a recent episode. My good buddy of mine, Mike, and my wife, Debbie, we sat down, we looked at a lot of the best clips of that show, had a great time doing it. Wow, a lot of fun times. And we have a giant Elmo that walks around and humps things. So, I mean, if that gives you any idea of what kind of comedy show that is, yeah, that's a good one. So, and I'm laughing at myself. Anyway, again, as I said, if you want to give me a call here, you can call in 347-539-5699. Okay, anyway, let's, in the meantime, let's kind of cut in talking about the bowling a little bit here. The cheetah pattern, you know, obviously, one of the easier patterns on the PBA Tour. You can play that pretty much straight up the boards. I personally really do enjoy that pattern. I like playing up the 5 board myself, and you know, it's very conducive to high scores. So you really don't have to have a whole lot to really do well on that particular pattern. You know, PBA, I'll tell you what, I'm really looking forward to this year myself. I'm working on getting my Pro Tour card back, and I should have that back here in the next month or so. And the thing I'm looking forward to coming up in July, on a personal note, is the United States Open, which can be held down in Columbus. And me and my buddy Mike, we're going to hit on down to Columbus for a few days, and I'm going to see how I do. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Very, very demanding patterns for sure, so it's not going to be no cakewalk. Those, if any of you guys out there are bowlers and ever bowled on a U.S. Open or a Masters pattern or anything like that, I'll tell you what, call me in with your experiences. I mean, let me know what you think, you know, best ways to play some of them patterns. But I'll tell you what, those patterns will absolutely kick your butt. It's not just a mental test, it's a physical test as well. You know, I think the thing I crack up the most at is what really gets on my nerves as a bowler is when people say, oh, you guys just bowl, you're not athletes. Well, you know what? Sure, there's a lot of guys that go out there, weigh 240, go out and drink beer and just bowl. You know, And there's people that take it serious, and and especially when you're in a tournament situation, it's not like bowling a 3-game league where you're there to have a good time and you get in and get out and go home. Those tournaments, you're there, you're bowling 6-8 games across the house. I mean, you got to go from pair to pair to pair, and you absolutely, and I mean absolutely, have to be able to figure out those patterns. And you know what? It's a grind. It's a real grind. It's mental, it's physical, it's demanding. But you know what? And if you score well, it's very rewarding. I got a little bit of a dry throat. You guys will have to excuse me here. I'll take a little sip of my drink here. Okay, much better. But anyway, again, any of them topics out there, and anybody wants to call in, again, the number here to reach me, 347-539-5699. It's 10 after 5. We'll be right back.
They're back! They are back again, looking at the original 7 episodes of Some Kind of Bowling Show. Join Earl, Debbie, and Mike on a look back. www.livestream.com/somekindofbowlingshow. All the fun, games, and laughs at your fingertips. Check it out now.
Yeah! Okay, little brief pause there. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm looking through Yahoo some more here and just looking at the headlines, and I'll tell you what, this new picture of Jenny McCarthy on here, 40 years old, and I'll tell you what, wow. She's on the front part of the Yahoo right now, and I'll tell you what, man, if I wasn't married, look out. Oh, boy. Just kind of looking through headlines here, on here and seeing what's going on in the world. Let's see. My computer just stopped. Hey, how about that? Isn't technology grand? Oh, wait, there it goes again. Oh, boy. I'll tell you what. I've been sitting here about 12 minutes now, and trying to just talk for 12 minutes is probably one of the... There's topics, believe me, I have topics I want to discuss. And I'll tell you what, I have to give a shout-out again to my buddy Kenny. I don't know how he goes on, show after show, talking for 30 minutes straight. I'll tell you what, not as easy as it looks for sure. Not at all. But anyway, I'll try to go back to one of my topics here. Well, how about them Cleveland Browns? I'll tell you what. I watched the first part of that game last Sunday, and I'll tell you what, when I saw that interception thrown, I turned it off. I was like, okay, they're done. And I'll tell you what, I went back about a half hour later, 40 minutes later. I saw them losing. They're done. Oh, man. I'll tell you, I think there's a lot of good future stuff coming up. I mean, there's hints in the air of a new coach coming. And I think there's a lot of positives to that. Not a big Pat Shurmur fan. The emotion there. I mean, you never really see him get mad at his guys. You got to get fired up. I mean, you got to get fired up. And, I think there's a lot of talent on this team. Lots of talent. But they're just not getting it done. Yes, I was very happy with the 3-win streak. I was starting to get the thought in my head, it'd be nice if they finish out the rest of the year, go 8-8. But, obviously ain't going to happen. Honestly, my prediction, the rest of the season, we're going to get one more win. I hate to say it, that's it. That much season left, but I think we got one more win in us, and that'll be it. I think it'll be end of the ride here for Mr. Pat Shurmur and the Cleveland Browns. I think it's time to make way for some new coaching. Matter of fact, I'm available. Anyway, I'll tell you the fun thing about being able to do this and look online and looking at all these headlines. In fact, I'm actually kind of popped over to my Facebook for just a minute. And I'm looking at just all the junk that goes on Facebook. You know, I play a few games here and there. You know, I like to play like SimCity Social, Double Down Casino. You know, Price is Right slots, and I have a couple of other ones I like to do too. But I'll tell you what, some of the stuff that's actually on Facebook. I mean, I scrolled through the other day, and I saw this picture of a deformed fetus on there, and I'm like, who puts this stuff on there? I mean, it's offensive, it's disgusting, it's vile, and it really, really upset me. And just it's, you know, I'm going to give the media a little credit here too. I mean, I know I'm jumping around just a little bit. I have a caller, and let's see. Let me pop over to the caller and welcome the caller on board. Caller, are you there, sir?
Earl.
Oh my
Earl.
God! It's Mr. Kenny.
Yes, sir. This is Kenny talking to you.
How you doing, sir?
Good. How's your show going? I've been listening to bits and pieces. I've been having some issues with my computer, but I couldn't help but overhear you talking about the that PBA tournament that was just on last Sunday. You said your buddy Chris Lowshetter made the show. Is that correct?
Yeah, Chris Lowshetter made the show, and I'll tell you that the thing that really stood out with me, Kenny, was the guy that made the show. His last name was Roche. You see that guy?
No, I didn't get a chance to see the tournament or anything. I was just kind of wondering who that guy was because I've never heard of him.
Yeah, Jeff Roche. If you get a chance, check out go on YouTube and replay it. This guy, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to sit there and dog a guy, but how this guy ever made a TV show is beyond me. Insane. I mean,
is this his first year on the tour, though?
I don't know. I know from what I've read about him, he's made several seconds in regionals. I mean, hey, if he can play, he can play. But I just watching the guy's style. I mean, it's one of those you have to look at it. I mean, it's just one of those. I mean, I think about everybody I've talked to. Everybody's going, "Who's this guy? What's up with this guy?" And I just can't believe it. I mean, this guy. I mean, he looks like a monkey in a football. If you can get my drift. I mean, it was pretty bad. Well, Kenny, since you're on, how's things going with your show? I got to listen the other night. It sounded really good.
Yeah, I did a show, I believe, yesterday, and I felt a little bit off yesterday. That was kind of on the fly yesterday when I did my show. I talked about a lot of different topics, jumped from here to there, you know. Didn't really stick to one subject, but I'm probably going to do another show this Sunday, probably around 8 or 9 o'clock because I have to work my regular job till 7:30 because of the Christmas season.
Right. Well, if you need anybody to jump on board and say hello, I'll be happy to do that too. But I'll tell you what, man, I've been listening to your show here since I've listened to all your archives. You really enjoy what you do, man. Great show.
All right, thank you very much.
All right. Well, anything else? How about the Cleveland Browns, Kenny? Since I got you on the air here.
Oh, man, the Cleveland Browns. My goodness. You know, actually, a buddy of mine thought we had a long shot in hell of making the wild card because we needed Pittsburgh and Cincinnati to lose, but of course, that didn't happen, and we needed to win all the rest of our games, which also didn't happen. I felt that the Browns gave away this game this past Sunday against the Washington Redskins. I mean, they didn't have RG3 playing. They had that other rookie quarterback, Cousins, playing, and that was his first NFL start ever this year, and he just took it to us. Yeah,
no doubt. Go Patriots! No doubt. I'll tell you what, I was so disgusted. I turned it on. I turned it on a little bit late the other day, and I saw the right as they went ahead 13-10, and I'm like, okay, we're in this. And then a few minutes later, that really nice interception right down the middle, or that was surrounded. I'm like, it's done. I was so disgusted, I turned the game off.
Wow. At least you got a chance to watch it. I had to listen to it on the radio, so at least I didn't get to see it happen.
Oh, yeah, I would have rather listened to the radio, but I'll tell you what, I watched it, and I just, I turned the dial. I can't watch this. They're going to get killed. And, obviously, the results speak for themselves. It's time for a new coach. It's time for some changes in the front office. I think we have a good owner now, and I think it's time that things happen soon. And I think the trigger's going to get pulled sooner than later.
Yeah, I really like the new owner that they brought in. I like some of his ideas. Like, for example, I know Cleveland fans they like to stick to tradition when it comes to their football, open field and stuff. But this guy had an idea to put a retractable dome over the stadium, which I'm for that because if you think about it, you put that over the stadium, you can have a Super Bowl here, you can have a WrestleMania here, and not have to worry about the cold,
Absolutely. That's the thing that Cleveland is missing out on in all these other venues. We could be doing so much more. Cleveland's been, remember when I was a kid going to Cleveland. I mean, it's run down, nasty, but Cleveland has really come back. I mean, the flats are beautiful. The downtown area is just, alive and booming with businesses again. It's great to see, but they're just selling themselves short. I mean, that goes back to the idea. You remember when Modell wanted to put a dome on the old stadium at that one point. Well, of course, that got shot down, and everything that happened there, it led to them going to Baltimore and everything. But I'll tell you what, man, they need to do something. I mean, there's so much lost revenue. Like you mentioned it yourself, sporting Super Bowl, WrestleMania, sporting events, there's a lot of things that just can't be done because of the inclement weather. And it comes down to the almighty dollar, and for the city, the state needs the money. I mean, yeah, we're doing better now that we have gambling, which I'll talk about on another show another time. It's good to see gambling in the state of Ohio because I got tired of traveling every which way. But
I haven't had a chance to go down to that new casino yet, though.
I haven't either, and I really, really want to check it out real soon here. Real soon. And I'm going to touch on one other topic with you. How about the return of Ric Flair Monday night?
Woo! Is all I got to say.
That was awesome.
I do a great Ric Flair impersonation.
Yeah, I can tell. You sound good.
I like the way they brought him back. They had him on the for the Slammy Awards or whatnot. He got an award for that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he Cena, of course, he introduced Cena, and Cena got booed out of the building basically. And I don't know, watching it, you can tell it was kind of impromptu, just the reaction. I don't know if it was it didn't really seem to go with according to plan because I think, of course, Cena gets booed everywhere, but he's getting booed. He's getting booed. He got booed out of the building basically when he got that Slammy Award. Now I'll tell you what, they left the voting up to that WWE app, and I'll tell you what, the voters, and I hate to say it, I love John Cena, but he did not deserve Superstar of the Year. There's just no way.
I totally agree with you on that, Earl, because in my personal opinion, Superstar of the Year could have either been CM Punk or Ryback, because Ryback, if you've watched, they're doing him like they did with Goldberg. Like
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So that's how I feel. I feel that Ryback should have gotten Superstar of the Year. I mean, the guy came in and just beat people up, had 2 title shots, and got screwed out of both of them. I really hope that he wins the title. I really want to see that happen.
I think that's going to happen sooner than later, too. But I'll tell you what, I watched that the other night, and, it's just, of course, they left the voting up to the fans. And I'm going to tell you something here. And here, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, do the fans really have the vote, or is it just a way to get the people to download the app?
I think it's just all politics, in my opinion, on that.
Oh yeah, and I agree. I still think everybody up top's making all the decisions. They say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna turn the votes over to the fans." Bull crap. I'm sorry, I just do not buy that whole vote went to the fans. I think it was all pre-staged, just like any other storyline, and that kind of goes back to that when they did Taboo Tuesday and Cyber Tuesday and Cyber Sunday and all that stuff.
Yeah, I missed that pay-per-view. I wish they would bring that back. That was actually kind of cool. I know, like you're saying, they probably rigged it up, but, I mean, it was fun to watch those pay-per-views.
Oh, sure, absolutely. You know, I still think a lot of that's rigged up. But you know, it is what it is. It's entertainment. You know, we could sit here and debate, this, but you know, at the end of the day, it's entertainment, and it's probably one of the most fun forms of entertainment that you know, I know personally, and I enjoy, and I know you enjoy as well. I've known you for the last few years. I've known you, and you can't beat it. You can't beat it. It's you know, for the entertainment value for the money and the connection that you get with the superstars, actually be able to, you know, be in contact with them in some way, or, you know, via Twitter or Tout or whatever they're using now. Great stuff. Yep, Facebook, and all that. I mean, I've had a few of them. Matter of fact, my little girl, she's 7 years old, and she has her little Facebook account, and she friended Alex Riley, and then next thing you know, Alex Riley was writing her, and I thought it was really cool. You know, he said a few nice little things. You know, just give her a nice, you know, thanks for cheering for me, and all that kind of. And I thought that was really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, but.
Well, you know what, Earl? What we're gonna have to do, man, we'll have to talk about this another time because you only got about 3 minutes left, I believe, on your show.
Mhm. Oh yeah, no doubt. We'll have to do a whole show. We'll do a show arc, you know, between your show and my show. And
yes,
do a whole wrestling show. I think we could come up with some really interesting stuff.
Oh yes.
All right, Kenny. Well, hey, I got just a couple minutes left in the show. I'm gonna go ahead and pop you on off here, and I'm gonna play one more commercial break, and then we're gonna close this thing out.
All right, buddy. It's nice talking to you.
Good talking to you too, and thanks for calling in, buddy.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. That was Kenny of Kenny's Super Talk Show, also here on blogtalkradio.com. Kenny's a really good guy, good friend of mine. If you get a chance, listen to that man's show. He talks about pretty much the same stuff I talk about. I think I go into a little bit more. I'll talk politics if we have to, too. I'll talk anything. But we're going to play one more break, and I'm going to close this thing down and let you know when we'll be on next time. Be right back.
Daddy?
They're back! They are back again, looking at the original 7 episodes of Some Kind of Bowling Show. Join Earl, Debbie, and Mike on a look back. www.livestream.com/somekindofbowlingshow. All the fun, games, and laughs at your fingertips. Check it out now.
Yeah! All right, we're back. We got about a minute and a half here left on the show. I want to thank my impromptu guest, Kenny, for calling in. Like I said, a good friend of mine has his own show here on Blog Talk Radio, Kenny's Super Talk Show. Check it out. Very knowledgeable. Great show to listen to. Just a lot of fun. Actually, I was his guest just a couple shows back, and we talked about a few things. Quick ad for my place where I run Eastgate Lanes down here in Akron, Ohio. Eastgate Lanes, 2544 Wedgewood Drive, Akron, Ohio, 330-798-9220. Open bowling Monday through Saturday, or Monday through Friday. Actually, we get open bowling every day. Best rates in town. Wood lanes, great staff, good people, good food, great lounge, karaoke every Friday and Saturday night starting at 9 o'clock. If that's something you're interested, come on down, give us a call, 330-798-9220. Again, really quick, don't forget, check out Some Kind of Bowling Show on livestream.com. We had a brand new special we just aired, it's on there right now. Best of Bowling Show. Well, all right, well, my time is running out, so we're off. Have a good time, everybody. We'll see you here next time.
Thank you for listening to Some Kind of Radio Show on blogtalkradio.com, brought to you by the producers of Some Kind of Bowling Show. I am Earl McCune. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.